Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's video, we're here at Greensport RV Park in Asheville, Alabama. Now I'm going to show you my site. This is site 123. It's right next to the water, the volleyball courts right there, and the water, and this is our site, site 123. At every site you have a picnic table and a fire ring. It's full hookup here. They do have Wi-Fi. So far, it seems like it works pretty good at this site. So your fire pit, picnic table, and then your water. There's your water and your sewage, 30, 40, 50 amps, all that stuff. Here is some of the views here at Greensport RV Park. There's some camping spots over here. There's some beautiful views near the second pool and basketball area. Beautiful views tonight at Greensport RV Park. This is the campground map. We are here in 123. This is again where the pool is, so you'll start here and then you'll come here whatever site you have. There is going to be a future pavilion here, and there is also a pool up in this area. That they'll have 3 pools then. There's pool, a playground, volleyball, possibly cornhole. I haven't seen it, but maybe it's over there, I just don't see it. Definitely volleyball. They have a beach if you wanted to go in this water, but it's not the nicest water in the world, so I would just stick with the pool. Then there's your dog park. They only have the one dog park right here. And then this is the 700 section. This is also where that pool is. Now the 600 and 700 section do not have Wi-Fi installed yet. They'll probably get it, but not yet. This is the 700 section. And then there's some parking here, and this is your 500 section. And this is the second pool and the basketball court. And then there's that Gaga pit and more trash cans. And then there's some up here where the jumping pillow is and the horseshoes. This is the 300 and the 500 section. And the 300 section, that's in the woods. And then there is, like I said, the hiking trail here you can take. It just takes you over here to the pool. So it's not a fancy hiking trail, but if you need something to do, there you go. And then you have the section up here, the 600 section, and then finally the general store. Alright, whenever you're here, this is June. When you see this, it probably won't be June, but when we were here, it was June. And they will give you a list. There's also an app you can download, and it will also have activities. If you're here the weekday like we are, look, none going on. But on weekends, they had a rodeo thing. They have bingo, the petting zoo that they'll get food to give, karaoke, ladies boxing, movie night, paint ceramics, bingo, stuff like that. These are the pools, if you want to look at them. Pool hours are from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. unless otherwise posted. No lifeguard on duty. Swim at your own risk. Children under 13 must be accompanied by an adult at all times. Proper swimming attire is required. No diving, running, or horseplay. No glass containers or alcohol beverages in the pool area. Pets are not allowed with the fenced pool area. Shower before entering the pool. Infants and toddlers must wear swim diapers. Not enter the pool if you have any open wound sores, contagious illnesses, stuff like that, or any other condition that may compromise the pool sanitation. So we'll get this when you arrive. It is events that are open to the public, but they're the more big events. So they had an adult Easter egg hunt. They had a Pioneer Day for a weekend. They had Mule Day and Crawfish Boil a weekend. They had the 3rd annual Rodeo and Rhythm. They'll have the celebration of 4th of July for that weekend. And then Alabama Little Tomatina. I am going to show you this because this is pretty sweet, and I've been to a lot of campgrounds and I haven't seen one do something like this where they handwrite you note. Like, it's not just the one everybody gets, it's individual. I'll just read this. Alright, so our family, thank you for visiting our park again after seeing us at the Atlanta RV show. We hope you enjoy your stay, and please visit us, our general store and petting zoo. Thanks again, Kathy and the team. So they did that. You know, every card would be different, but I thought that was neat because that hasn't happened at any other. Right here is where you're going to check in at. You're going to come off this road and come in. You will get a passcode before you get here. It's another passcode. This is where it's just check-in. You check in here and they'll give you the stuff to show you where your site is. Somebody will golf cart and a golf cart will take you to your site if you've never been here before. Right here is the jumping pillow. There are chairs for you to sit in. There's a little area where you can put your shoes because it is no footwear in here when you want to go on the jumping pillow. Right here is the office. You can get gas, ice, and firewood. And if you want to rent a golf cart, you can rent a golf cart. That ain't too bad here for the golf carts. And right here is a little playground. Cute little playground. Right here is one of the two. They are building a third pool here. If you need a little recreation where this pool is, right there is where you're going to check in at. You have that office, the playground, and then that first pool, and that first section you come up to. So here, it's like 3, 4, 5 feet. It's a nice pool. Lounge chairs, there's an umbrella. Right here is one of 3 of the bathhouses. Men and women unisex bathrooms. Toilet, shower, place to hang your stuff if you're taking a shower, and of course your sink. Then you got 1, 2, 3 bathrooms, then your handicap one right here. And here's your handicap one. Very nice. Here's your little laundry room. Looks like $1.50 to wash and $2.75 to dry. You have a sink, paper towels, soap. If you need to buy soap, it's $1.25. They also have a change machine where you can put your card in and it can come out as change for the washers and the dryer. Right here is the dog park. There is only one dog park, but it's a huge dog park. There's a little dog wash station, so if your dog gets messy, poop bags, place for them to get water. There's some shade. There's like 3 little shaded areas and then this area for them to play in. Here is the volleyball court. They do give you a ball there to use for the volleyball courts. This is the petting zoo. They have a cute little camper. Hi, I don't have food, but I'm gonna say hi. Hi. Hi, animals. Say hi. Hi. Pigs that are here. You have pigs. All kinds of different type goats. More piggies. They're very friendly. They'll let you pet them and stuff. They're very nice goats. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Here's more goats and the piggies. More goats. Hey goats. Say hi. Get more of the goats. Hi goats. And pigs. More goats and pigs. Then again over here they have more goats and a cow. And the cute little camper again. They're all super friendly here. The animals, they'll come towards you and let you pet them and stuff. Is the store, and over there is the marina area, and then another gorgeous view. There's also a beach if you want to go swimming over there, and right over there are some little pavilion areas you can sit and have a picnic next to the water. Right here is one of 2 hiking trails they have here. I don't know where it hikes to, but there is a hiking trail here that you can take. It's up in the woods section of the campground. Okay, this is the 200 section. That's 201, 202, 203, 203, 204. 205, 206, 207, 208. This is 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, and 215. This is 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, and 106. 122, 121, 120, 119, 118, 117, 116, and 150. 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, and 132. Okay, our site 123, 124, 125, 126. This is the 300 loop. I'll just show a little bit of it. There's available one right there. More of the 300 section. This is the 500 loop. This 513. This is 512. That's 507. 506. Okay, these are more of the 300 loop. 334. 330. 329. There's 335. There's 337. There's 342. 341. 340. There's 339. 338. And 337. And 336. There's 335. There's 737. 736. There's 732. 711. 738. 739. 780. 712. 714 is what sites are available in the 700 loop. This is the store. Your t-shirts, food you might need, candy, souvenirs, that stuff, drinks, food, different RV supplies you might have got. You might have forgot. More food. Oops. More food. More stuff you might have forgot. Food for your pets if you forgot something. They even have 600 loop area. 611 and 610. 609. 617. 618. 610. More of the 600 loop. At 621. 625. 626. 629. 630. 631. 632. There's a Gaga ball pit. This is the second pool. They have two pools here. That's your second one. This is basketball right here. And if you bring a boat, a place to park your boat or anything. Now it's time for another campground. Remember, 1 is the worst, 5 is the best. We always start with ease of entry. Ease of entry, I say, is a 4. It was pretty simple. They did have somebody guide us to our site because we haven't been here before. It was a pull-through site. So once we got in the right lane, we kind of got turned to the wrong row for us to do, so we had to turn around, and then we were able to get in our site. But it took like pretty much one chance. We got in and we were good. Site size, I say, is a 3. You do have room to put out anything you might want to bring while you're camping. You do have a fire pit and a picnic table and stuff like that. Now, some sites might have a little less room than others, just matters what site you would get here. Site privacy here is a 1. You are pretty close to your neighbor. They're very close to you. Park activities and amenities, I say, is a 4. You have the pool, the jumpy pillows, the beach volleyball, they have basketball, they have 2 pools, gonna be a 3rd one. They have the petting zoo you can go see even if they're not giving out food. You can go see the animals. Let's see. They have a gaga ball pit. Nearby attractions, I would say, is a 2. Again, if you look on the app, it can tell you restaurant, shopping, entertainment. I say is a 2. You are kind of in a near the middle of nowhere. The closest thing to do is about 30 minutes away, and that would be Gadsden to go to the Noccalula Park. And they do have mini golf, so you could maybe put 2 days of that, but that's about it. There's some food places around, and I'm sure some basic shopping, but it's not your tourist attraction area. Just know that. But it is gorgeous here. Just know that you're not in a big bustling city. Kid friendly is a 4. There's the pool, there's the jumping pillow, there is a playground. You know, you can ride your bike, stuff like that here. When I come back to this campground is a 3. It's not far from where I live, and it is a really gorgeous campground. They have some really nice amenities here. So if I wanted to come back to this area, I wanted to stay a few days, I would come here again. Dog friendly, I'll say, is a 4. They have a little fence and dog park area. They do have the doggy bag that you can pick up, and you can walk your dog pretty much anywhere that, you know, not near the pool, the jump pillow, stuff like that. Regular rules. But you can, you know, when we did get here, they did give you a bag of treats and then cookies for us humans. And then they gave like little treats for doggies, which was pretty sweet of them to do. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe down below. Thanks so much for watching again. Bye.